Welcome, my name is Liilamaya and I'm going to guide you through a gentle flow to create soulful spaces. So I would like for you to think about that intention and whatever that means to you. And I will guide you into places where you need to think about what is it that you need to open for yourself. Creating soulful spaces means that you need to get rid of things internally so that you can manifest space. If there's no space, we cannot manifest something in that space. So let's start with some Ujjayi breaths together. So we're going to engage our internal ocean. So whenever you're ready, go ahead, close your eyes and start to connect to your vibration in the back of your throat. Inhaling to empty. Inhaling to fill in rather. Exhale to empty with a bit of an oceanic sound in the back of the throat. And again, inhale and exhale. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to bring your knees quite wide and then you're going to allow for your big toes to touch. And if you can, you're going to overlap your toes so that you can put a little bit of pressure on your big toe. There's some Marma point therapy there. Marma therapy is, in essence, the doorway into the internal prana of consciousness in our systems as energetic beings. And we have loads of them all over our bodies, so close to our joints specifically. So that point on the bottom of your big toe is connected to your heart. So you can go ahead and press that as you're sitting comfortably. And we're going to start to warm up the spine in a couple of different ways to create spaces between the vertebrae to begin with. So we're going to interlace our fingers behind us the way you normally don't do it. And you're going to start by very gently coming into some forward flexions and extensions. Quite small to begin with so that you can tune into what your vertebra is doing. That way you would know, only you know how far to go. Don't feel like you need to go all the way down to the earth. Each and every day is a little bit different. So exhaling when you're ready to start to go a little bit deeper, only if it feels good. Each day is going to be different. So I'm only here to guide you. You're going to find that as you practice with us, you're going to get stronger. And it's actually quite remarkable how fast our systems, our bodies, the intelligence of our bodies helps us to increase our strength and our flexibility. So a few more here. So we want to exhale as we flex. Inhale as we open front body from the heart to the throat chakras. Exhale. One last time here. Exhale. And inhale. Now we're going to place our fingertips on our shoulders and you're going to switch actually toes so you can stimulate both sides of the body, left and right sides of the brain. Now we're going to move laterally. So we're going to use the inhale to do it, coming to a nice long graceful exhale extension and use the exhale to come into a lateral flexion. Inhales, lengthen. Exhale, flex. Inhale to lengthen. Maybe find a drishti point in front of you so that you can help your mind to stay focused. Inhale to come forward and up. Lengthen. Exhale to go to the side. Once you feel that your spine is a little bit more warmed up, you can start to introduce a connection to the earth by bringing your hand to the earth into what I call a teepee fingers. Fingertips to the earth and coming into a flexion. Again, just connecting to the side body and what you're creating by coming into a lateral flexion. The left and the right sides of the body, the left and the right connected to female and masculine energies, uniting and embracing together, connecting and equalizing. Exhale to come into flexion. Inhale. You can also choose to look upward as you roll your left shoulder back away from the ear. Inhale, coming forward, choosing to Be very gentle with your neck, always. Very gentle and easy does it. Exhale. Exhales help to connect to your core and to your bandha, so naturally you're protecting your lower back. And inhale to come into center. And we're going to now go into some lovely twists. So we're gonna inhale to lengthen and reach out towards the heavens. Exhale as you twist to one side. Rolling the back shoulder away. Inhale to lengthen, to grow out of your hips, lifting through the side body. Exhale. Twists are very good to be introduced at the beginning of your practice in order to increase your Agni, which is our fire of digestion. So gently and slowly and easily we can connect to our digestion in a way that you can have a better flow throughout the day. Last time here, inhale and exhale. Now this fold forward into a child, supposed to allow some of this tension to be released. Maybe extending the arms forwards or backward or wherever feels good for you. Maybe gently moving your head from side to side to massage the third eye, and in turn connect and stimulate your pineal and pituitary glands. On the next available exhale, we're going to come into an all-fours position, aligning your wrists to shoulders, your knees to hips, and coming to what I call a neutral position, and to ignite into this sensation of having a golden cord within. So similarly to the Sushumna Nadi electronically through the body, as we're electrical shining beings. A few gut flows here to get into the spine. Energetically open front body. Exhale, rounding into the spine, pressing your hands, your knees, your feet towards the earth. Inhale, flowing gently into those, creating those soulful spaces within. Exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. So on our next available breath, from a neutral position, we're going to tuck our toes under and make our way up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We're going to walk our dog to help to release any tension of the pelvis, staying quite active through our Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, breathing only through the nose into the back of the throat, and coming into stillness and just checking in with our downward facing dog, making sure that our elbows are micro bent, our shoulders are externally rotating, back is nice and long, and then the legs are doing similarly to the arms. The upper arms are internally rotating, the lower legs are externally rotating. And from here we're going to go into what I like to call the wave, which is a phenomenal way to warm up but also to strengthen your upper body. So we inhale to bring the heels as high as you can over the toes. On the exhale, as we tuck our chin towards our chest, we shift our weight gracefully forward into high plank Kumbhakasana. Feel free to adjust as you arrive. And then maybe lowering your hips just a little notch in order to embrace your elbows in towards your rib cage. Exhale to press the earth away, chin to chest, vertebra by vertebra. I like to invite you to do at least 5 of those, and we're going to work together. Inhale to shift your weight up. Exhale, vertebra by vertebra. The more of a slow articulation through the spine, the better. That way you're inviting more synovial fluid to flow through the vertebrae and also to bring more flexibility and strength. Inhale. As the inhales bring into the flow of articulation. Inhale, open your heart, elbows in, shine your heart, roll your shoulders back and away. Legs are fairly strong and engaged here. Exhale to return. Let's do one more time before we go into the next flow. Exhaling to come down, making sure that your hands are embracing the earth, so bringing the fingers as wide as we can onto the earth. And then we're going to pause and maybe take a few of these lovely steps to ease tension of your lower back. We're going to come into Vashisthasana, high plank. So I'm going to give you the option to either come into your forearm, because I can totally understand if you might not be ready to come into full plank. The top leg comes forward, fairly in front of the hips. Option to stay here. I'm going to also show you how to come into the full-fledged form. So the expression here is to allow for your fingertips to look toward the toes or the foot that's long away from you, and using the inhale to come up. So think of like a rainbow in a way. Exhale to come down. You can also rest here if you feel like you're getting a little bit tired and your upper body is a little bit challenged. Inhale. So we're going to do at least 5 of those. Option also to come up into the full expression, which would be somewhere around here. Aligning wrists to shoulders, and then keep elongating through the upper arms. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to come down. The nice thing about coming into a side plank is that your core is almost automatically engaged. Your pelvic floor muscles and your lower bandus are connected a lot easier than if you were just doing anything in any other position. So it helps. And release. And let's go to the other side slowly from a downward dog position. Let's float to the other side. Inhale. So your choice to go into your forearm or come into full expression, that's totally up to you. Some days you're going to feel like you're a superwoman or Superman. Other days you're going to feel like you can't barely take 2 steps. And we're going to do one more here. Inhale. Open the space on the side body, which tends to get quite blocked. And last time, I'm going to return back into a kneeling position. And the last position I'd like to invite you to go into is a position that's going to open your heart. So this is called Supta Vidyasana. So it's the only posture that we can do after eating. So it's highly digestive. So if this is uncomfortable for you, if your body is not built in a way that you can come here easily, you can always prop cushions or pillows behind you. And then just rest in this position, opening your throat chakra and opening your heart this way. So this is option 1 with props behind you or not. But if your body is available, you can come all the way down. Maybe I won't, because I have something on my back body. Maybe I'm gonna stop here. But feel free to, if you want to come into completely a supine, all the way down onto your back. And I'm going to invite you to pull your toes here. So to not ignore them, because they're so easily ignored, I find, our toes. And also, they're stimulating your whole being from the inside out. When you get to your big toe, I want you to press the very top of your big toe. Bring your knees a little bit closer together. And take a few deep breaths here in this beautiful heart opening, throat chakra opener. As we come into the end of our practice, you can always stay in that position, or slowly, ever so slowly, coming up very, very, very gently, mindfully. And either stay in this position if you like to do a few moments of meditation at the end, or maybe you want to come into sitting cross-legged position, or maybe even half lotus. And you can finish with a few rounds of pranayama, Kapalabhati, breath of fire, or any type of pranayama that suits your needs for any particular day or for today. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, connect to your lower bandhas as you lift up through your heart. And as we start, we end with a very gentle flows of breath flowing through our bodies, just like the ocean behind us is reminding us to breathe and is reminding us that every day is different, full of life and yet full of challenges sometimes. And how we approach each and every day is a magical, let's call it a bag of treats. Maybe spending a few moments connecting to the spaces you created within you, and how within these connections that you've made within, you're also making connections without. So whatever is happening inside is also being reflected outside. So it's a nice way to think about that. So feed yourself all the goodness that you need, not just prana, but good food, good water, relationships. Everything comes into play. Nurture yourself from the inside out. And know that you're always being guarded, you're always being looked after. So with these beautiful breaths, I'd like to say hasta pronto from Spain. Namaste.